Carpaccio sure is a shifty one, and Ueki's steaming mad. Yikes, this is gonna be a blowout. But hey, no fair! Carpaccio has the powers of all the members of the Roberts 10! Hey, Ueki, what's that supposed to be? A 6-star sacred weapon, the Rika?
Episode 23, The Law of Ueki versus the Roberts 10.
He's faster than I thought. However, there's nothing I can't overcome now that I've copied the powers of all the members of the Roberts 10.
What's all this?
Carpaccio's Claymen have completely surrounded the stage.
Doesn't matter where you go, as long as you're on this stage, you won't escape me. Take this! The power to change whistles into laser beams!
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
What the hell?
You did it, Ueki! You tricked the Claymen into destroying each other!
I've gotta find the real one.
I don't think so. This time I'll line them up on one side. Now they won't be shooting at each other!
Rika!
He's gone! Where is he? Is he up in the air?
Looks like you're too slow. Kuro got it!
Why, you little! The power to change BBs into meteorites!
Rika!
Again, huh? Let's see if it works this time.
Hit!
Huh? Not the rocket! No!
You're officially grounded, Carpaccio.
Well then, how about I do this instead?
Now there's more Claymen with capes and rings.
Kurokage's Claymen can create as many capes and rings as they want to. Now, the show is about to begin. The power to change a cape into wings! The power to change rings into rockets! Let's see how you deal with a combined land and air offensive! Claymen, attack!
You think this is the beginning, but it's not. I'm gonna blow you away, then this battle's over! Rika! They won't beat me. Hey, Wonko! I won't lose this fight! Ueki. Kurogane! Ranma!
Not too bad. Those guys are starting to thin out. Now that he can't use his rocket, the real Carpaccio must be on the ground somewhere. If you keep rolling through them like that, eventually you'll find the real one.
All right! I don't get it. What are all these guys doing? So you must be the real one. Eat this!
The clay men have disappeared!
The pain you caused, Wonko, and Zano's pain. I want you to feel it, Carpaccio!
It's done!
He actually did it! I can't believe that Ueki defeated the Roberts 10 all by himself. What is he, invincible?
Well, I guess that you do have skills, so I can't really blame Robert for wanting to keep an eye on you. But I should warn you, if you think I only possess the powers of the Roberts 10, you're dead wrong!
A cell phone?
Kurogane! Huh? Carpaccio and the Kurogane vanished?
Ueki, behind you!
But how'd he... I don't get it. What just happened?
What was that power he used?
What the?
By the way, there are two other powers that I copied in addition to those of the Roberts 10. There's the power to change an opponent's thoughts into text messages. And last but not least, I have the power to switch positions with him.
This is crazy.
In other words... Once I checked my message and read all about how you plan to attack me... I pulled the old switcheroo and sat back to watch you get pummeled by your own Kurogane. Every time you think of how you're gonna attack me, your thoughts will arrive as a text message on my cell phone. Maybe you're starting to get the picture. No matter what kind of attack you use against me, I'm just gonna end up switching positions with you and you'll wind up attacking yourself every time.
It can't be true. Then Ueki will be...
By the way, it's so gonna cost you for having punched me in the face, Ueki.
All right. I won't give you the chance to read your messages. Let's go! Rika!
I like what I'm seeing. You're gonna keep moving at this speed, wait till the last minute, decide on an attack, stop, and launch it immediately. If he's as slow as he looks, we should be in good shape.
I see, so that's your big plan, is it?
How? There's no possible way he could have read my attack so quickly. I didn't leave any time for him to read the message.
Still haven't figured it out? If I already know that you're going to attack me, there's no need for me to read the message. All I have to do is switch positions with you when I get it.
So that's it.
Yes! Go ahead. Why don't you keep those attacks coming? I'll make sure that you suffer every last one of them.
If I can't even land a hit, how am I supposed to keep going?
Just look at you. I guess it must be pretty hard to survive direct hits from your Kurogane and pick. It's time to put you out of your misery.
Get up! You swore you would avenge Wonko, so you can't lose now. You hear me? You're not the kind of guy who'd lose to a poser like him. Do it now, Ueki. Get up! Punch that explosive expression off his face!
I will, Sano.
What?
Ueki!
He's alive!
I hope you're not stupid enough to think that just because you managed to get up, I won't blow you away.
Yeah, even if I do get blown away, it won't happen before I unleash a major beating on you.
Ha! Maybe you haven't noticed the shape you're in. This should finish the job.
Huh? Wait, punch.
Take this! The power to change beads into bombs!
Oh no! I don't have enough time for the Rika!
It's over.
Ueki!
It's not over. It's not over yet.
What?
I'm not going down till I've destroyed you. You got that, punk?
Is this guy invincible or what? The pig, huh?
Take this!
You fool! I read the message and you still come at me with the same attack? Now I'll just switch positions, and it'll be all over for you.
Haha! He jammed the pick into the ground so that it could work backwards and send Carpaccio flying.
Ah! But how did he do it? I didn't read about this tactic in the message. I'm gonna be defeated by falling out of bounds. However, I think you just made a fatal error by trying to beat me like this, Ueki. All I have to do now is switch positions and you lose! I can't wait to see your bones melt in the magma!
No way!
Yeah! Ueki expected to switch in position, so he launched a mash against himself.
What's going on here? I had plenty of time to read that message and there was no mention of the mash!
That's a pretty amazing power you have, but for some reason, at first you didn't use it. You started using it after I punched you a few times. And that's when it occurred to me. There's a limiting condition to one of the two powers you have. You have to touch your opponent's body or else it won't work.
He saw through it!
I figured that if I could get someone else to touch you, it would cancel out one of your powers.
Nonsense! It's obvious that there's no one else on this field that can touch me other than you!
There's someone right there.
Huh?
Yo! You see, while you were busy carrying on and throwing your beads up in the air, Kosuke released me. When I touched you right after you switched positions, you had no idea what was happening.
You're saying that last text message I received was...
Those were my thoughts, pretending to be Kosuke.
How did you know it was my power to change thoughts into text messages that had the limiting condition and not my power to switch positions?
Actually, you're the one who gave it away. You said the next attack would be the pick, but that was before I decided what I was gonna use.
No way!
Carpaccio! Chew on that! That should give you some time to think, Carpaccio.
Robert's 10, Carpaccio, retired.
Winner of the double field Ueki!
I'm exhausted.
Ueki! You won!
Ueki! Sano.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Sure.
We're in the slot room, which means...
Whoa.
Oh my!
Team Ueki, Dogger Mansion cleared!
Yay, it's over! It's finally over! Yay! Yay, woohoo!
You can relax now, Wonko. The girls are both okay.
And for the winners, Team Ueki!
What? You mean we get some kind of prize?
Complimentary tickets to your next thrilling visit to Dogger Mansion!
We'll never come back.
We also present you with the stunning Dogger Trophy!
Gross.
But that's not all. Why not relive today's matches with your very own highlight reel?
Why am I the only one in this?
Now. We won, so don't let it bother you.
She's right. And it looks as if the Roberts 10 has been completely destroyed now. Congratulations, Ueki.
Robert, I hope you remember your promise.
Of course. I'm not one to go back on a promise. I agreed if you won this little game, I'd grant you one wish. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Stop hiding and come out here! Get out here right now and fight me!
What?
I think you'd be wise to avoid that. There's no way you can beat me.
Oh yeah? How will we know if we don't try?
Trust me, I know. Keep in mind, I've been watching you the whole time. Besides, why are you so determined to fight me?
It's because... the reason that Mr. K went to the underworld was because I was too weak to beat you. So, the only way to avenge him is to beat you. He sacrificed himself for me.
Ueki.
And if you actually win, you plan to destroy the world, and you'd let the Roberts 10 rule everything. I can't let you take the talent of Blank.
I see, but you're terribly mistaken about one thing. Let the Roberts 10 rule everything? Yeah, right. That's just a line I fed them to get them to join me.
How could you?
I will destroy the world, though. It was always my intention to wipe out the Roberts 10 along with everyone else. I'll annihilate the whole planet.
You deceived all of us! I know what that means! You planned to eliminate me from the very beginning!
Yes, that's right. I did say annihilate everything, but I guess tricking you was pointless considering how useless the Roberts 10 turns out to be. But Rinko, I never thought you would be the one to betray me. I mean, weren't you in love with me or something? To be completely honest with you, I always found it to be quite annoying. A useful tool in bending you to my will, but quite the hassle. But you never really had a clue about any of this, did you?
You're horrible! How can you say something like that?
Stop right now! You can't mess around with people's feelings like that!
I don't care at all, actually. To be honest, I think of you as the odd one here. You're celestial just like me. I thought that you of all people would sympathize with my desire to wipe out this human world. However, now that I think about it, you were only an infant when you were sent down from the celestial world 12 years ago, so I should have known you'd turn out different than me. After all, I was already 2 years old when I came here.
Dropped from the celestial world? What do you mean?
Infant. I get it. That's why Kosuke didn't know he was a celestial. On the other hand, if Robert was self-aware since the age of 2, he must have already been able to use a sacred weapon.
Huh?
Robert, you must still have bitter feelings about what happened.
I'm not following.
The thing is, for a while, Robert lived in the same town I grew up in.
Get out of here, you monster!
Ow!
You think that hurts? It doesn't make sense for a monster like you to feel pain! Don't say things that a human would say, you monster!
We don't like having monsters in our town, so beat it!
Stop! Stop!
I want to go home now. Come on, didn't I tell you to stay as far away from that boy as possible? Let's go.
He's so scary.
That boy is far too dangerous. He just attacked and injured my son. If we don't do something about him, Director, he'll bring great misfortune to this town one day.
He's absolutely right. I say we ship him off to another town while we still have the chance.
Quite frankly, there must be something very wrong with you for wanting to let a boy like that live with you.
Now just let me ask you something. How many times has that boy ever started a fight?
Oh, well,
I wouldn't be surprised if the poor boy was just trying to protect himself. I admit, the boy does possess some strange powers.
But I believe that these powers were given to him so that he could protect himself, in place of his parents who aren't here to do it for him.
Furthermore, I consider every child in this institution to be my own.
Robert, as we knew him back then, was nothing like he is today. That's right. Up until that incident, he was...
Had a really hard knock life. But come on, that's still no reason to want to wipe out the world. I hadn't even finished saying that, and already the fight against him has started. It looks like Robert's power is the power to change ideals into reality. Is that like a Kurogane that never misses, or a hood that never breaks down? How can Ueki win against that?
Next time, the Law of Young Robert. To get stronger, I'll rely on my righteousness.